Good
Good.
evening, Speedgaming. Oh,
We're just so
well,
excited.
yes, this is going to be a very hype match. Welcome to another Super Metroid any percent race. Here today between MrGuyAverage and Drewski. My name is Exact Science. I'm joined by Val on comms today. How you doing, Val?
I'm doing fantastic. I can't believe we get it this early on things. I thought we'd have to wait a little bit later or a little bit further into the weekend for some matches, but we got a surprise, real fast turnaround for the bracket.
Yep. Yeah, they just want to keep the bottom redemption bracket moving a little bit more quickly along. And we're gonna have that the winners bracket match happening this weekend. So now we are. I think this match is maybe a step behind where they are compared to the upper bracket, but it's going to be a banger if the match yesterday is anything to go off of.
Yep, this is, like you said, this is the, just look at the bracket now, this is one behind, so the winner of this will face the loser of, it looks to be the Zosti-Ria match coming up.
Man, that's not really an opponent you want to see on the other side of the race room, but I mean, we have to get there first. I mean, Drewski and Bruya are both players who are in contention for the next 40 among us. But MGA is certainly no slouch. And as far as I know, is the only one in this race running KPDR.
Yeah, we saw just last night, MGA pushed KPDR as just as hard as he could and did so well to get past Scotty. And it is daunting to think about who you might be meeting coming up ahead in the brackets as they are getting down onto the planet and making their way down to get our first critical upgrades for the game. But I think that at the same time, there's a bit of inspiration in yourself, some self-confidence boosting when you've come this far and you're like, you know, I've already beaten so many of the odds to make it here. I'm ready to take it that much further and just see, you know, who really can stop me if I've already done all this.
Absolutely. And I mean, I kind of expect we'll see MGA playing, you know, just like he did yesterday with probably feels like he's got nothing to lose, can just go as hard as he can, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, it is entirely just like full gas going. Of course, there's no reason to hold back in any speed run, but your self-doubt, your hesitations become that much less when, like you said, you've got nothing to lose. Give it your absolute best, and what happens happens. Getting the double pink morph ball. We've seen a really clean opening start, just a couple of little pit drops. Drewski didn't quite get the full moonfall. Oop, and MGA does make sure to grab those missiles on the way out. They are really, really close. It looks to be within about a second of each other, second and a half.
Yeah, it's let's see. I guess we can go by the elevator. Yeah, Drewski is somebody who has some very, very crisp movements. He's known as one of probably one of the best arm pumpers in the community for sure. Also likes to go for some very, very, very difficult strats. So, all right, Drewski falling in one pit, but that's fine. Both of our runners going to be wall jump climbing today.
And as people may have seen in chat, there was some happy KPDR spamming. We mentioned MGA being probably the last KPDR route runner in the tournament bracket at this time. For those not in the know, Drewski will be running a different boss order. And what's about the time difference that we can expect exact between the two if they both run optimal?
So optimally, the difference between the routes is Wow, what a bump
That
Drewski.
Yeah, that was wild, that angle of the shot. We'll have to go back over that later on.
But yeah, the optimal difference is about 90 seconds due to KPDR having to do 2 visits to Norfair and PRKD being able to do only 1. But I mean, there's one of the interesting things about it is, you know, technically it's faster optimally, but you do have to be able to take advantage of all of that time save. PRKD has more hard reset points. It has more places where you can just die and fully lose the run. It has the moat. It has Fantoon RNG. Like we'll see MGA doing some X Factor strats on Fantoon. Those basically guarantee a 2-round when properly executed, and like insulate you from that like round 3 slow punish or something.
That PRKD is the higher risk and the higher reward.
Yeah, because you're going up to the wreck ship early. You're only getting that 1 energy tank. No suit before fighting Fantoon. It's very, very dangerous in the early game, but it does let you, again, do that single Norfair dive, go down and immediately kill Ridley. Whereas KPDR, you have to do your item collection before you go to Wreck Ship and Meridia, and then you come back at the end of the game to kill Ridley again. Or to kill Ridley. Visit Norfair again, kill Ridley.
Yeah. To come back again, to kill Ridley. Yeah. Coming up on our fun first big sequence break in Green Brinstar, looking to that fast super missile and a great mock ball from Drewski to come on through. No surprise there. This is probably one of the earliest tricks that people learn to sequence break this part.
Yep, this is actually technically the only required mock ball in the run. There are many others that like will save you some time, sometimes significant time. Things like the Wasteland Speedball, or like there are more for sure. But that is the only one that's hard required by the route because of the Ice Escape mock ball. That's the other big one I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But without that mock ball to get early supers, technically you can get those without a mock ball, but it's very, very silly cursed tech that you'll only see at a map randomizer. But without that, you'd have to fight Spore Spawn, which is a multiple minute time loss and something that nobody has time for.
Absolutely. This is not slow gaming, this is speed gaming.
All right, both are running.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, both our runners picking up the charge beam here. Drewski has pulled ahead a bit here. I think partly based on, he does have, I would say, like a bit of a movement advantage on MGA. Not a huge one. MGA is certainly a fearsome player to be reckoned with, but like I said, Drewski is one of 3 people currently in contention for the next 40 in any percent, so...
And this is, oh my goodness, you got the Ripper skip. I was going to say one of the first big challenge points for the, I always have to make sure I say it right because I mess it up a lot, PRKD is going up that red tower, and that was so fast and so clean. That was a real blink and you miss it kind of moment.
Yeah, that strat is, it's not easy, folks. It's like very, very tight. Usually people will wait before doing those last couple of wall jumps to make sure that the Ripper moves out of the way. But if you're fast enough, like Drewski obviously is, you can just go right past it.
That talk on his movement was very well timed going into that red tower, because that was a perfect showcase of just how tight and clean that movement can be.
All right, and so now Drewski's coming up to another one of the big initial hurdles. This is probably the major reset point, first major reset point in this route. He's going to skip the drop. We've got a CWJ set up. Gets the frame.
Looking good. Perfect.
Yeah, so that trick, with the setup that Drewski did entering the room, the first jump is frame perfect. Looks like MGA missing one of his supers on Kraid, so it's unfortunate. This is going to be a bit of a longer cleanup as well because he was a bit short on supers. So we're going to need another missile drop. MGA is gonna use some charge shots here while we're waiting.
The Forbidden Trade DLC.
And yeah, really getting kind of scammed by Kraid here, even aside from the quick kill.
Yeah, there were some bad drops. I think actually he may have used a super missile on a green door earlier, or not a green door, a blue door, not a green door earlier. Caught out of the corner of my eye, so that is painful to think. Oh, a good fast off the Fantoon start.
Drewski.
Except right into a super, so now we've got the Enrage going through, and we just get to pseudo screw through all these flames.
Drewski. So that's something that Drewski goes for in his Fantoon fights. Specifically with that left fast pattern. If you, after your initial 2 missiles, if you hit Fantoon frame perfectly with a super missile on the frame, I believe on the frame that his eye would close, it does not enrage him. And so you can just do the rest of the fight normally as though you had just shot 2 missiles, but have 600 extra damage, which makes it a lot more feasible to on-screen 1 round. Drewski getting kind of punished on resources here, though.
Yeah, that's a very, very low super count. And I thought it may have been just a little misclick on a little wrong input getting the extra super over, but I'd forgotten. I'm so used to all of the missiles going through and waiting for the super for the end.
Yeah, no, that was deliberate. It's specifically that pattern that he goes for it. It's something that I believe comes from TAS like quite a while ago. I think Zenny was the first one to actually hit it as a human, as far as we know, but also wasn't recording at the time, so we don't have record of the first time it happened.
we trust. Zenny would lie to us.
All right, spark boost here in Attic. Meanwhile, MGA getting those high jump boots, continuing on, doing this initial batch of item collection through Upper Norfair. Quinmo likes to say the shopping. Gonna pick up some tasty goodies. Basically, most of our movement items for the rest of the game are gonna be here. The stuff that lets us go fast and jump high. Right.
Great charge shot to get that cac. No deboost through the green door though on his way to the speed booster.
Yeah, so I think we'll see, are we gonna see? Yes, we will. MJ taking a farm here. So it's nice to see that many supers, for sure. You need, when you leave speed bugs heading towards wave beam, if you have 3 supers, you guarantee that you have enough to be sure you'll have one for Fantoon after the CAC farms. But you want to see some more missiles here as well. MGA, his energy is also not looking the best, so we'll have to see how this second farm treats him. I'm guessing we'll only see the one. Meanwhile, Drewski, despite a Fantoon enrage, getting gravity at 1339. That is an unreasonable gravity time.
It's a testament to the crisp movement and the fundamentals. Again, just to bring it back to what you were talking about earlier, Drewski is one of the fastest just straight movers in the community. Even when those bad levels do happen or those bad instances. I wouldn't say RNG because that was self-inflicted.
Oh man, it's like that's not something that you ever expect to see because anybody but Drewski would not dream of going for that in a run, much less a race. But that's just the way he plays the game. We see that that farm again from MGA. Yeah, resources are looking all right here. Missing the bomb spread this time, but coming down here. Now we're going to be heading up to the wrecked ship, and we'll see MGA fight Fantoon and collect that gravity suit. And looking like we will see a high five somewhere around Business Center. Oh, actually, wait. He has to pick up Phaser, so it'll be. I believe that we will see a high five. We'll see. MJ, I'm guessing we'll skip the Alpha Spark here. Generally on 3 tanks, which he's definitely getting, having skipped the Kraid tank. You will skip Alpha Spark. Are we going to get a high five in the tube?
Oh, that's fun. With the doors moving and everything, they're just about synchronized.
that was real good. Oh, he's going for it. All right, let's go.
Oh, no, he's not.
Okay.
Decided against it. Maybe doing it out of habit and then glanced at his energy and said,
well,
maybe not this time.
Full energy. I think that it was just like, I think it's faster. It's probably just faster to charge the spark there. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. Just because if you keep running, you bonk the door anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now Drewski's going to go on his shopping excursion. And grabbing those high jump boots. One difference that we're going to see in this Upper Norfair shopping, you'll notice MGA still only has the wave beam. He did not pick up the ice beam. He's going to do that later on his way back down to fight Ridley. Whereas Drewski, because he's about to he's going to go down to Lower Norfair immediately, is going to grab that ice beam now.
Great shots by MGA to clear out the cogs there. That was very, very clean.
Very nice caterpillars. And so, yeah, so we're gonna see another like you're gonna, this segment of the game particularly that MGA is entering really demonstrates the major difference between the routes and shows that, you know, the only reason PRKD is faster is because of that routing advantage. The individual rooms are just blazing fast for KPDR in comparison.
Oh no, I think that missile may have been a little too early.
Yeah, the spark was a bit late there. Either the missile was early, the spark was late, or both. So the missile went off screen and despawned. But not a huge deal. Backing it up really nicely with a short charge in Ocean. And heading down this wreck ship shaft. Let's see. Drewski's. We'll see how the farms treat him. Drewski's supers are not looking the best. Oh my word.
A little waiver backup. It's fine.
Yeah,
oh no.
Oh, yeah, Drewski getting a little bullied by these waivers, but
there we
King is frozen. So at least he can't knock us down. Meanwhile, MGA doing this Fantoon fight here. Looks like we got a slow round 1.
Good hits.
Right. I was a little nervous for a second, but I don't really know how the X Factor works. Alright. Like we might be getting a slow. Oh no, a rare mid.
Oh, okay. What was that, a 0.7 you were saying? You were just talking about this yesterday.
7%. Not twice as common as the right fast, but still very, very uncommon. MGA handling it very, very well. Because that pattern is so rare, it's very easy, even for top runners, to not be able to react in time and have to wait for the reappear. But MGA very, very nicely responding to it.
So did a little bit of farming, seemed to get scammed. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. His super count's a little low. I think he did 4 farms. He did at least 3, but I think it was 4. And still left speed bugs with only 8 supers. So he's going to be hoping for a bailout from the Metal Pirates, really, because that's the only real drops that you get between here and Ridley. All right, MGA going for ballistic. Oh, it's gonna end up bonking this key hunter here, so we're gonna have to back it up with some charge shots and ammo. Does also have to be cognizant of his ammunition here. Missiles and supers are both kind of low. His health is looking good, but yeah, 5 supers you want to have more than 5 supers here.
He was not doing a whole bunch of beam kills because he felt like it and thought that he'd, meander a little bit for no reason in particular. That was not the kind of addict that you want to end up with, but unfortunately, with the low ammo, that's what you have to do. Drewski nailed that lava spark, though. It was seemed a little close. I swear Samus nudged a little bit to the right, but a good bowling spark going over on MGA side.
Yep. So what you saw Drewski do there with the lava spark, he did an angle up spark instead of a straight vertical spark. Lava is very, very interesting in that horizontal shine sparks move very, very slowly. As if you've ever accidentally horizontally sparked in lava, you know what I mean. Samus moves at a crawl if she has speed booster equipped. But if you do an angle up spark, it will actually move you very, very slightly horizontally in that direction. So if you're concerned that you've initiated the spark a little bit too far to the left, then you can use that to kind of potentially save it, which if Drewski had vertical sparked, I'm almost certain he would have bonked. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Drewski, though, did have that movement on point and is continuing through worst room in the game in Amphitheater, posing no problems whatsoever. Has another spark to take out these rig key hunters, and hopefully no drop scams. Supers.
Yeah, he did get a super. That was nice. So the drops that you get from those key hunters are a nice bonus, but the real reason that you kill them is for lag reduction. If all 3 of those key hunters in that room are alive, each power bomb causes about 1.5 seconds of lag. Whereas if you kill 2 of them, each power bomb causes about 30. So you're saving 2 potentially a little bit more, 2 seconds potentially a little bit more, just by killing those guys. We'll see MGA do that with plasma later. And Metal Pirates, let's see. Drewski's super is looking a bit healthier now. Alright, yeah, 1810. I'm sure he's feeling good about this.
This is overall good resources. Could use some extra. Well, I haven't got. Okay, so he does have only wave equipped. He could pick for X Factor on Ridley with some of these power bombs. So that's really the only low point ish. And he does want to farm up a little bit off that.
Yeah, so we have the 4 power bombs. I expect we'll see him go for a 4x if Ridley's RNG cooperates. These X Factors, they're sometimes risky, and again, they depend on Ridley's RNG to a degree. All right, bailing out after 3, but looked like 3 good hits there. Oh, no, never mind. He did miss a particle, so we're going to lose a little bit of time to that. There you get to see that the X Factor's animation is actually based on the beam that Samus has equipped, not strictly on the wave beam. So if you switch to a different beam, it looks a little bit funky. But yeah, while an X particle is floating around, Samus cannot use any other projectiles. She can't shoot her missiles, her supers, or her beam.
Yep, and that's why he was angling around trying to get that. Yes, on X Factors.
Yeah, speaking of X Factors, MGA making quick work of Bot's Moon with that D-Factor setup. Ooh, very nice drops, too. 4 supers. Or at least 3 drops. He's going to be leaving Bot's Moon here with those 4 supers. Meanwhile, Drewski making quick work of that Ridley fight there. gonna pause and unequip his ice and spacer beam again, because he's now gonna be headed towards Meridia, where he's gonna do some X factors on Botsmoon and Dragon as well.
Wants to get that safety E-tank out of Ridley, get that now and just top off just to make sure, because leaving Lower Norfair can be terrifying.
Yep, yeah, for sure. And I think that like with the difference in the routes, the PRKD player grabbing that E-tank on its own is probably not going to make the difference. But yeah, it does make the Lower Norfair escape much safer, because like at this point, Drewski can tank. After all is said and done, he can survive. I think. Does lay that power bomb a tiny bit low. Very nice speedball though.
Yep, and speaking of blink and you miss it, like before, these speedrunners are really putting on their absolute best. MGA already got Dragon down, was going for that suit, the spike suit. Did not quite get it for the return through Coliseum, but that's okay. We've got space jump. Now we are really moving on the KPDR side of things. And yeah, Drewski, even with the hits that he did have, like you said, he can tank those, because he took some hits, he could take some more, and he'd still have way more than enough energy to be able to get out of here.
Yep, and yeah, like you mentioned, MGA unfortunately getting that yikes suit. There's the trick he was going for was called the spike suit. Basically, if you unmorph and take damage at essentially the same time, and then use a shine spark on the last frame of the knockback, you can store a shine spark just indefinitely until you use it. But with one of the first input for the unmorph is technically a 2-frame window, but one of the frames, there's the spark frame. One of them will work and give you the spike suit. The other will just spark without letting you store the shine spark, and that's what we saw happen with MGA there, unfortunately.
Another unfortunate measure. We almost got a plasma spark from MGA. He was able to pull that off last night. That was so much fun to see, but we're not able to get it today.
Yeah, just bailing out rather than... It's a little better to bail out where he is rather than going for it and missing it, because it's possible to spark in the wrong place, or just spark incorrectly, or end up getting bonked by a fish or something. So perfectly respectable choice, even though we would have loved to see it. All right, now Drewski heading over to kill Kraid here. Interesting thing about the wave beam is we get to do some extra lag reduction that KPDR doesn't. Kraid's claws actually spawn underneath the floor while Kraid is doing this animation rising out of the ground. So if you shoot downwards with wave beam, you can actually destroy those and save a little bit of lag. And then Drewski also doing the traditional spike lag reduction.
There is no bonus DLC for Drewski's side of things, but I think he's going to be okay with that.
Yes, I believe so. That's a DLC that I mean, the reviews have never been very good. So
yeah, definitely one of the lower parts of the optionals as far as this game goes. Spore Spawn, Kraid Phase 2, things we tend to skip.
Yep. And you may be asking, if you are kind of newer to watching Super Metroid, why, if Drewski already has the gravity suit and has already done Norfair, did he bother to go and collect the Various suit there? And the answer to that is Mother Brain. Her Rainbow Beam attack at the end of the Mother Brain 2 portion of the fight deals 300 damage normally, but gravity actually offers no protection against that. And so only Varia does. So if you don't have the Varia suit, you take 600 damage from that attack. And because of that, it's faster to just do the extra 2-door transitions, the fanfare and the suit cutscene, and pick up Varia. than to pick up 3 more energy tanks somewhere, because you have to go well out of your way to get enough E-tanks to survive for that area.
That was a really great little move through by Drewski to get away from from ice. Excuse me, and as moving on through on that second Norfair trip. Drewski coming up to Batun before too long.
Yep, and I believe we're going to see a different setup out of Drewski here. Very nice space jumps through Proc Speedway from MGA. Yep, Drewski does this morph setup here, which a lot of people find a bit more consistent than the D-Factor. Ooh, very, very nice Super Saver there. Using missiles instead, and having a pretty good super count headed towards Dragon. MGA nailing that chronic boost.
Yeah, with having both, or especially the space jump, Spike is a little, or the lava suit. No, excuse me, the lava spark. Why can I not talk? I'll just let you come. I was gonna say the lava spark a little bit less necessary, as MGA does. You said it earlier, is coming up with much faster individual rooms. One of the advantages to the KPDR side of things. Drewski, speaking on suits, unable to get the full halfy going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, had one of those wall jump automorphs happen going up the halfy climb, so still a perfectly reasonable backup in Coliseum there. And MGA having to do a little bit of backing up himself, but cleans up worst room in the game just fine. Something that's interesting to note here is KPDR, because you have plasma, one of the ways that you save time in the individual rooms in Lower Norfair is by doing lag reduction. So in this specific case, in this room, the Key Hunter Stairs, we saw Drewski do it with a Shine Spark. MGA is going to be able to do it with just 2 charge shots, which is faster because you don't have to put up with the Shine Spark crash animation. And, ooh, unfortunately, laying that power bomb a tile too high. Meanwhile, Drewski getting his rain dance and finishing off Dragon. Very nice left side backup spike suit. Now, because we're so late in the game here, Drewski is not going to pick up space jump because the cost of the time cost of the door transitions and the fanfare is more than what you would save from movement by picking it up.
Pirates are absolutely not playing nice with MGA. They gave him problems in the worst room of the game, and the Team Metal Pirates, they're just causing a little bit more issues going on. But he is really flying through to Ridley, and with Plasma, he's going to have a much faster time killing both Ridley and everything with Mother Brain later on.
Yep. So yeah, as opposed to Drewski, who had a 60-shot Ridley fight minus ammo, MGA has a 20-shot fight. Ridley being a little bit of a weirdo here. It can be very easy to either have Ridley's RNG decide to do some weird stuff or jump just a little bit wrong and end up manipulating him into some weird behavior. But yeah, as we can see, the power of Plasma here just absolutely melts Ridley, and MGA gonna get picked up, and yep, it's just as expected, just gonna go.
He's got the 3 tanks that he needs. Got whatever drops Ridley deigned to give.
Yep, and so another advantage to having that plasma beam is that during the a Holtz boost. That's MGA is getting spicy here. Cool backup, but also, I mean, even though you have plasma beam, this 99 energy is not ideal. Right, thankfully, notice Giga Party here, but
Yeah, this is little more than a little scary for MGA. The plasma will make things much easier, but it's also going to have to be a little slower to be that much more careful.
It's fine.
This is fine. This is fine now.
Don't even.
I'm not holding my breath. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I expect we'll see, as we did yesterday, we'll see MGA killing the key hunters and Three Musketeers rather than trying to go fast past them, which can potentially result in a hit, which would not be, at this point actually would be not something that he could survive. Yeah, so MGA said firing these charged plasma shots upwards, killing those key hunters. He's got a good super count. His health is a little bit on the low side. I kind of expect we'll see him do a bug farm on the way up. Ooh, does get the ball boost. Very nice.
Always so satisfying to see that line up. I don't know why. It's just one of those little things.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Drewski moving through. Yeah, Metroid 1. This is where things can definitely get a little scary. We've seen some races that were decided by these Metroid rooms. 1 was not too bad. 2, that's a good lineup, and right through. No boost, but that's okay.
Yeah, the only thing here, we'll have to see how. Okay, he's got a group and missile here. 6. Ooh, this is a little sketchy.
Super drops plus.
I think maybe he will. Oh, is he gonna? I think he's gonna missile and refarm here. Yeah. All right. So Drewski is gonna reload the room here. With 20 missiles, you need a bare minimum of 6 supers to complete the game. There we go. He gets his 10 now. If you have fewer than 9 supers, though, you need to missile at least one of the red doors, one of the 2 red doors or the Ghidorah, before Mother Brain, and then refill your missiles, which is, like I said, obviously something that's slower. All right, now Drewski's baby skip here. He does the bomb variation. Is, I believe, a little bit faster, not by much, but Drewski is somebody who loves to save frames, saving quite a few of them there. Very, very nicely executed baby skip.
Perfectly clean. Yeah, Kaizentune in chat saying, is it called Metroid Room 1 because you only get 1 super drop in the room? And yeah, Drewski was definitely feeling that.
Yeah, no, those Metroid drops were definitely bullying Drewski a little bit, but beautiful nice down back skip.
Oh, that was great.
All right. And so Drewski here are gonna save these 3 missiles for Mother Brain 2. 3 missiles is the same damage as a charge shot, but you can fire missiles. You can fire 6 missiles in a second, so the DPS is twice as high optimally. So we're going to save about half a second with those missiles.
Like he said, every frame that Drewski can save, he certainly will. Just a couple of meatballs. I'm going to go ahead and do a commentator curse and say this is a very friendly Mother Brain so far.
Yeah, and Drewski, with that extra energy tank, this fight is a lot less stressful on 4 tanks compared to 3. Like, you need a minimum of 301 energy at the end of the fight to survive that rainbow beam attack. And so with 4 tanks, you can potentially survive a ketchup as long as it only hits once. With 3 tanks, if you get hit by a ketchup, it's over, and it's also every one of her other attacks does 20 or 30 damage. So MGA just going right now. But yeah, Drewski should be fine here. He's in catch-up. All right, there we go. So Drewski now through his Mother Brain 2 fight. Very, very nice Metroids 3 out of MGA, though. That strat is not easy.
He had one little hang up in Metroid 2, but past that, all of those Metroid rooms look so good. Nice HP and 2010 ammo.
All right, so yeah, MGA. I believe we will see. Yep, he did not learn the Stachio baby skip since last night, so we are getting to see another boomer skip here from MGA. The one where you kind of dance around the baby counterclockwise. It's not that much slower. It's a little bit slower, but not that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can make a difference in a very tight race like at this level. But overall, I think that Drewski's execution along PRKD has just been so good. He's got such a solid lead right now, heading into the last part of Mother Brain.
Yeah. And also a very nice down backstep skip from MGA. And so yeah, we are going to see both runners in the Mother Brain fight at the same time, which is always nice. Just MGA will be in phase 2, while Drewski just has 36 shots with this hyper beam here, and then we'll be on to the escape. But yeah, very, very excellent showing from both of our runners, despite those struggles in some of the rooms, despite missing Crave Quick Kill. MGA, being in the Mother Brain fight at the same time as Drewski is very impressive. Okay, Drewski. Okay, we get it. That short charge it's impossible. Obviously not completely impossible because Drewski just did it, but 12 tiles. Just showing us like why he's a contender for the next 40. Alright, so coming up here through the Leodox room. No dramas so far. MGA in that baby cutscene. So, yeah, all things considered, a very close race. It's just like that route advantage of PLKD is huge, and then MGA, unfortunately, ending up with getting that stand-up crate and a few other things kind of sealed it.
For a second, thought about saving the animals? No.
No, it's a nice animals taunt. All right, so everyone, get your GGs ready in chat. Finishing up here with an official race time GG time of 43 minutes 16 seconds is our winner here, Drewski. GG's to Drewski. And MGA will not be too far behind. Going to be just finishing up this Mother Brain fight, and then we'll see if we can get the two of them in here for an interview. I know MGA is probably going to have to dash. I think he has class coming up quickly. Very prioritizing the pursuit of knowledge, which is obviously very, very admirable. Here with a 29. I will probably see a 29 for MGA as well. One of the interesting things is that while KPDR is the slower route real time, it is actually a bit faster in-game time for a comparable amount of real time, just because
Oh
it does
no!
so much lag reduction.
Yeah.
And the extra doors don't count against it. All right, backing it up. Fine. And MGA making this climb now as well.
Simple
All right.
Avox.
What up?
And
Clearly. And we are joined now by our winner today, Drewski. GG's Drewski.
GG.
Thank you, thank you.
I can't believe you did the Fantoon Super, dude.
I was like,
In a
okay.
race.
Well, I was like, if this was someone else running PRKD or something, I wouldn't have done it. But I was like, KPDR, I'm like, this one's for the fans. I also had a pretty solid early game. Besides, everything up to bombs was really bad. But afterwards, I played really clean. So I was like, what the heck? If I get it, I'll go for it. And I got it. And I just earlier today, my Dopplers were so good for the one round, but I just couldn't hit the super in practice. And I was like, whatever. So I missed it, and it was fine. But yeah.
All right, we are also joined by our second place finisher today, MrGuyAverage, finishing in second place for the race time GG time of 45:35. Welcome in, MGA GG's.
No, GG's.
GG, MGA. GG. Thanks.
So
I don't really have much to say. I'm just like,
You know,
I
I have a
played-
lot to say, Drewski.
all right,
okay?
you don't go for it, man. Actually, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, why don't you speak your mind,
Yeah, you
pretty
know
boy?
what? 4 tanks, dude, in a race is a massive BM, bro.
How do you even
Didn't
know?
even
Were you
wanna
watching?
bother making it. Yeah, of course I was watching. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm not gonna lie. I almost didn't grab Ridley tank, and then I got the worst Ridley pattern. Oh my god, he was being such an asshole.
Got a really weird Ridley pattern. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do, and it really like screwed me up for the entire fight.
I lost.
Yeah,
I entered, I
both
think,
of
almost
them,
with
yeah.
full health, and I ended the fight with like 200 or with like 60 something health, like at the end, and I was like, holy shit, that was so bad. So I was like, okay, I gotta grab Ridley tank. Then I almost skipped Twin tank, and then I just forgot, and I was like, yeah,
Just
Okay.
muscle memory and Diazzi.
yeah. I'm sick, so I was on autopilot the whole time. I was just gaming. So yeah,
Just raw, natural gameplay. I see how it is. Yeah.
yeah. I also
Yeah, but
morphed
that
on the
was-
setup to full halfy, and that was silly. I don't think I've ever done
Yeah.
that.
That did happen. And you can't even do the backup like spark when that
No.
happens, because you can't spark out of a falling pose, only out of a jumping pose.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that. So I was like, I think I was so paranoid of breaking spin or something that I just hugged the bottom of the D-pad and I morphed, and I was like, whoa, that's a new one. So it's okay though. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a great race to watch. I had a lot of fun calming it. Unfortunately, unfortunately, this is the end of the road for KPDR in this tournament. But
I'm so sorry,
thank
MGA.
Yeah, it's all because of you, Drewski. So
Yeah, I know. I almost ran
Every-
KPDR, and then I did a practice run this morning, and it went so bad. I got like I think I almost got a 48, and I was just like, it's not happening.
I don't know, man. I think you should have done it.
Oh, okay. I guess
Yeah.
honestly, it could have been hype, because if Rhea beats Zos, he does hybrid. So it's like, I mean, could have been really hype. I should have reconsidered. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
but-
so every KPDR runner in the community has you to blame for eliminating.
Team
me.
Plasma Spark. Team Plasma Spark. Let's
I
go.
actually missed this run, so I'm not even that good.
You got it last
hate to
time.
be you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
You did get it last time.
at least you can go for it. You're not playing this weirdo try-hard route where you don't even get plasma beam for some reason.
I hit Rippy Skippy. That's like the equivalent,
That
right?
was good. That was really good.
Yeah,
Is
that
it
was
equivalent?
sick.
Okay, so
No, Rippy Skippy is free, dude. Come on.
Okay.
Plasma Spark's way harder.
you do it in every KPDR run, don't you?
Plasma Spark? Yeah.
No, Rippy Skippy, you skip it every single KPDR run, man.
Yeah, because it's so easy. Why bother going for it?
You're right.
It's
You're
like
right.
it's like clowning on 4-year-olds. Like, yo, I can push you around. Like, there's no need to.
It is dunking on a 4-year-old. It is the equivalent. You're right.
Yeah.
It is like dunking on a 4-year-old. Anyway,
But yeah, no. In all seriousness, man, like, ton of fun. I always love racing friends, and you know, I'm really happy to see Drewski like continue on, and hopefully he goes real far.
Happy.
And yeah, congrats on the win, man, and good luck in the future.
Thanks,
And I
MGA.
appreciate- yeah, and I appreciate Exact and Valerian for calming this.
Yeah, thank you
Always.
guys. Seriously.
Absolutely.
MGA, thanks for being a good
Um,
sport. I know you're mad on the inside. You can DM me later. It's okay.
Human, dude. Ah, gosh.
No, but
If
thank you.
only,
in all seriousness.
only I PB'd by like 15 seconds and gone to 42, I could have beaten you.
You're right.
Yeah, Drewski recommendation: don't join the Counter Strike lobby tonight.
I don't play CS, so we're fine. This is the only game I play. This is it. Exclusive. So, anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you all. Thank you all for the great race.
Yeah,
and,
I mean that's.
MGA, you have class right now, right?
I have class in an hour.
I'd hate to be you.
Uh,
All right, hey, I gotta
Oh,
go.
All right, happy birthday,
you, guys.
Drewski! Everybody in chat,
Thanks, Erica.
wish Drewski a happy birthday.
It would have been so BM if you beat me on my birthday, MGA. I'm just saying. It would have been so. I would have never let you live it down. I'm gonna be completely honest. Thanks for throwing.
Oh my word!
all right, well, my
Happy
birthday
birthday,
is in
Drewski.
4 days, so if we scheduled this on my birthday, I would have never let you live it down. Yeah,
Were you
Rematch in 4
2001?
days?
I did you a favor. 2002.
Okay, I was gonna say it'd be crazy if you were born two. Anyway,
Rematch
you,
in
we're
4
gonna-
days. Got it. No, thank you all for the great race. Happy birthday, Drewski. Soon to be
Thank you,
happy
guys.
birthday, MGA. Chat,
Yeah.
go give both a follow. They're exceptional guys. You can tell, exceptional runners as well. We are going to have more races coming up on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. We've got Zostria, so be on the lookout for where an SGL that is going to take place. Any last call-outs? Any last words?
GG.
Huge.
See you on the
GG.
court.
Yeah, nothing for me. Nothing for me aside from GG's, and thanks for watching. And make sure you come back for the rest of the tournament. It's only gonna be more banger matches from here.
Real. All right. See y'all next mission.
See you next mission.
Bye.